Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to another Minecraft Feed the Beast Monster video. I apologize if my voice is a little bit deeper, but I did just wake up, so we'll have to get over that. But a couple things to go over. One, these things. I found these purple cave crystals in a cave as I was running around. And it turns out they give you experience. So I mined them, made these potion crystals, which also give you experience, and threw them around my enchanting table. And this is actually pretty cheaty, because I can get all kinds of enchants from here, as you can see. So that's pretty cool. Just stand in here for like, I don't know, a good minute and a half, and you got level 30. So that's pretty cool. Also, with the Geostrata mod, I was playing around with these pendants. And this thing gives me saturation 4, so I no longer have the need for food as long as this guy is in my inventory, which is awesome. I did record an episode previously where we set up a mob grinder, we did some stuff with Cursed Earth, which I'll talk about in a sec, and set up some farms, but as I was transcoding it, because the editor that I have does not just take the raw video, it has to prepare it, that got destroyed in the transcoding, so all that cool division sigil, Cursed Earth stuff, that is gone. But I did set up a mob spawner because I am in desperate need of mob essence at some point, which is this wonderful green liquid that you see here, oscillating in this tank. But what Cursed Earth is a byproduct of activating a division sigil, and it is a rapid mob spawner, and I am talking rapid mob spawner. You just put it down. You need Silk Touch to harvest it, which I did get on my excavator here. You can see it spawns creepers. So it'll spawn any mob. I have these conveyor belts to keep them in the range of these grinders, which grind them up, take their drops, deposit them into ME, and then drop the mob essence into this open blocks tank. I love open blocks. It's just so cool. These tanks are so cheap. Let's see if we can pull the recipe up here. Open blocks, there's the tank. Nope, not that. That is not what I wanted. There we go. Right-clicking and all that. That's it. It's obsidian and glass panes, and it gets you 2 tanks, and they connect together in any weird shape you can think of. I could make, like a, I don't know, anything. You can make any shape out of these. So that's pretty cool. I did also set up these farms. This one is farming essence from magical crops, the driving force of the magical crops mod, because we're going to need this in the future. I have this one doing wither skeleton crop, which was annoying, very annoying to get. I had to grind a lot to find enough wither heads to make the seeds, and then the seeds took so long to get up to here. So this is about a day's work of growth, and then over here I have nether crop going because I am in desperate need of 1 nether quartz and 2 nether wart. And lastly over here is just a rubber farm. I just have this thing configured to take out rubber saplings, replant those, and take the leaves, not the leaves, the logs and the rubber drops, get those processed and all that stuff. So this is just with Mine Factory Reloaded. It's pretty easy, super simple setup. Let's see if I could get the harvester. You need a harvester and a planter. Harvester recipe being that. And that is an Invar axe, by the way, not an iron axe. I made that mistake several times before I actually was able to figure out. I was sitting there, why isn't this planting? Why? What are you doing? Or crafting. That's the recipe for the planter. And you just hook these guys up. You do need, they normally do a 3x3 space, unless you give them upgrades, which are very easy generally to make. Mine Factory Reloaded is just an easy mod. But it's super useful. Right here I have these silver upgrades in them, which are made like so. Depending on the upgrade, you just substitute this top thing for either gold, emerald, diamond, whatever. Emerald being the highest increase at a radius increase of 11. And since it's normally a 3x3 area, so let's say you have your planter here. Actually, the planter needs to be 1 down of where you want to plant, but let's just say that's 1 down right there. So your planter would be right there, and it would plant in here, 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 and here. A radius increase of 2 would increase at 2 on each side, so that'd be 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2. So instead of a 3 by 3 area, it would now be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 7 area, just with a radius increase of 2. So that's just something, I know some people kind of get confused on how to configure that, but that's how you do that. Whatever, you kind of gotta know in advance what you're gonna set up here, because your planter needs to be in the middle of everything, harvester on an outer edge. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I sort of wish that video didn't get destroyed, but it's okay, because we're gonna make up for it today. So you may have seen, as I initially pulled things up here, that we're going to be getting into the BC Silicon mod today, and this is something special I really wanted to do because these things are freaking cool. They are needed to make the chipsets that make the Core Plus, so it's not like we're just doing this for fun. It does have some sort of practicality to it. But let me clear out a little area here very quickly, and alright, so how do I want to do this? I would like to have this assembly table here, which you can see a recipe is like so. A diamond gear is just a gold gear surrounded by diamond, gold gear is iron gear surrounded by gold, iron gear is stone gear surrounded by iron. So it's just like a rabbit hole type of effect to make those gears. But for this guy, I think I'm going to want like so, and then the ender chest like so. I don't know if it'll output down. I hope so. We'll see. We'll find out. Alright, so that is like that. I'm going to want to get... this is going to be a little bit weird, because I made 20 lasers. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'm going to need a walkway here, so I need to leave this one open. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. And I will explain all this in just a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then all this whole bottom eventually will be filled in with lasers, so I'm just going to plop that right there. Now they do all need power, so I want to get that squared away. Silk touch on this shovel makes it so much easier to do this stuff. Do I have... I know I had redstone energy yeah, I did. Okay. And I'm just gonna set the tesseract down here. Set that to power. And we will block items, block fluid, receive exclusively energy. Will that work, actually? I think I need to make that one down. Yeah, I do. Right? Yeah. Yep. Because then that'll be the pathway to walk in. Okay. So plop our tesseract there. We'll hit a redstone energy conduit there. And we'll need one all the way around here. These things do require power. I believe they take, 1,000 MJs, and they are constantly using 1 MJ, which is not really a big deal to me, because I dialed Baby's first reactor up again to output an obscene amount of power, and I ran out of redstone energy conduit, didn't I? Okay, let's go get some of that made up. Which I don't think I've ever shown how to make that. But you guys know how to make hardened glass by now, so you do need hardened glass to do this, and redstone energy conduit is just electrum, which I've said before is a gold and a silver ingot, and an induction smelter, in a smeltery, something like that. Or you combine the two dusts to make electrum blend and then smelt that. But then it's just 2 electrum ingots on either side of a hardened glass. Oh, are we out of electrum? Let's see. Oh, it's just crafting hardened glass. Okay. That should be fine for now. Then once you get the energy conduit empty, you need to come over here to our processing plant and toss this guy in a fluid transposer full of destabilized redstone, and it just fills it up into redstone energy conduit. It's definitely worth it because it transfers 10,000 RF per tick, which is, I believe, the highest transfer rate you can get out of thermal expansion. And it's definitely necessary. You'll probably never use a full 10,000 RF per tick unless you're running like crazy amounts of processing and stuff like that. But it's still useless nonetheless. This should be enough. Let's see. Let me actually sleep. No, we'll be fine. Let's get some torches down. Ooh. We'll have to cover that up at some point, but that shouldn't be a problem, actually. Alright. We'll finish wiring these up. I'm just excited to show how this guy works, because this thing is super cool. Definitely one of my favorite things added by FTB. You know what? I'm glad this little accident happened, because now I can see that I'll just put these here instead. Yep, and it'll be so much easier to cover that up. Alright, nice. No, not there. What are you doing, Redstone Energy Conduit? Go home, you're drunk. Ugh. Maybe I'm the one that's drunk. Just placing stuff in the wrong way. Okay. So that's done. I do want to doll this up a little bit. So I took some of this opal, and this is a really cool block, because depending on where you are on the minimap, it will change colors, and depending on where it's placed, it will also change colors, which is super cool. Alright, let's get some light in here. I had a night vision pendant that I made too from Geostrata, but I'm not using it. Which I don't really know why. Oh, no, I know why. Because you don't know what's dark enough then for mobs to spawn, and it sort of becomes a little bit annoying. But we get this like here, like so, like so, like so, like so, and like that, and like not like that. Alright, and I'm gonna get glass and make sort of like a pyramid type thing around the top of this guy, but let's see if it works. So what we want to do is take our redstone, our ender pearl, and our ingots and redstone we put in there. So you put what you need, you're putting your materials on the left, and you get what can be made out of those materials on the right here. Does this guy need power? I don't think it does. I don't think so. Anyway, you click what you want to make, and you can see our lasers are all starting up here. Are some of these out? No, they're not out of range. And it is just like that. Blue, it's just like the quarry, where blue is the most amount of power required. And did it output? Yes, it output into the ender chest. Awesome. So you can make all kinds of different chipsets here, which are needed for... Actually, let's see. Maybe we can get a Quarry Plus going online today. That would be a nice little treat. Quarry Plus. You need 2 diamond chipsets, a quarry, a pulsating chipset, 8 chests, and yellow pipe wire. So we need diamond chipsets. So let's take these. Let's just make a bunch of those. I know I do also need a pulsating chipset, so let's make that as well. And can you imagine, I want to have this entire bottom area filled with these things. Can you imagine how crazy that's going to look? Maybe even the walls, who knows? We'll just go nuts. But I do also want lighting in here, because I don't want mobs to spawn. Just temporarily, at the very least. Yeah, that'll work, for now. We'll take care of the form after we get the function down, you know what I mean? Alright. Let's just dump these guys away. Except that energy conduit I want to keep, because I just like having that on hand. Alright, so we need a quarry first, so we're going to need a diamond gear for that. Uno diamond gear. 2 gold gears, I believe. I think. 2 gold gears. 3 iron gears, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember this quarry recipe. off the top of my head. And then we need a redstone and a diamond pickaxe. We also need 2 diamonds for the diamond chipset. We have 1 of those. We have 2 of these. And didn't we need something else? Yeah, yellow pipe wire, which is just yellow dye, redstone. Ooh, do I even have yellow dye? How many does 1 make? Oh, 1 makes 8, so I only need 2. So I need 2 redstone, 2 yellow dye. Oh yeah, plenty of it. And 2 iron ingots. Okay. Oh, and I also need sticks because I gotta make a diamond pickaxe for the quarry. And lastly is 8. 8 chests. The Quarry Plus has a ton of better stuff that you can do with it. It's a lot faster. It's can be enchanted, which I will be showing as well, which will be very, very cool. But we have our... Oh, you don't need 2 diamond gears, do you? You do need 2 diamond gears. Dang it, I did not want to use this many diamonds. Oh well. Alright. Gear like so, and quarry. Alright. The only thing I'm sort of not thrilled about with this thing... Why is this still making... Oh, right. Oops. Alright, so we're going to want 2 yellow dye, 2 iron ingots, 2... No. Ah, dang it. 2 pipe wire. Stop making redstone chipsets, please. Thank you. Alright, so we have those. We also need our diamond chipsets. And how do we make those? I would assume it was diamond and... Oh, redstone and diamond. I'm such a fool. Each thing that you make requires a specific amount of power. So obviously a diamond chipset is going to require more power. The Quarry Plus, here as you can see, requires an obscene amount of power. That's 320,000 MJs, not redstone flux, which would be awesome if it was redstone flux, but you just take the redstone flux and multiply it by 10 and you get a certain amount of MJs. These things only produce 1,000, so yeah, it takes a little bit of a while. But we have almost done here. In the meantime, I guess we can go and collect our pipe wire. And that should actually... We need 1 of those, I know. Pipe wire. We have our quarry, we have that. And yeah, we're just waiting on those redstone diamond chipsets. So we have 1 of them. And I imagine that other one is just almost done. Can we see it from over there? It is still going. Man, I definitely need to get more lasers. So the reason I have so many lasers is the more that you put around here, obviously the faster it will make things in your assembly table. So it's definitely beneficial. Like I said, I'm going to line this whole bottom area with lasers. Probably the walls, maybe. I don't know how that'll look, but... oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, that'll look pretty cool if I do that. Okay. So this is all going towards one goal of expanding the size of that thing. But we have ourselves our diamond chipsets. And here is where I know this is going to take a very long time. Or so I've heard. Because this is the first time I've ever messed with the Quarry Plus mod. So I'm definitely excited for this. We have our quarry. We have that. We have that. We have that. We make a Quarry Plus. How long is this going to take? Oh man, okay. That is really slow. So as soon as this is done with our Quarry Plus, I will cut out and we will come back to get this guy all set up. And we're back. So in my hand, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Quarry Plus, and this thing is amazing. Just because it's enchantable, and that's it. And I will show you that in a sec. But I also have right here a Pump Plus going. which is also sort of an essential thing, because if you put that next to a Quarry Plus, it will absorb any liquids that the quarry comes across, which is awesome, because then I don't have to worry about putting water in the quarry, then I don't have to worry about lag getting caused or frame rate drops because of the flowing water, so that's kind of nice. So I'm going to let this guy build up, and then I will cut it back again when we are in the mining world, so we can get this set up, we can get this all ready. One thing I did forget about that I wanted to cover really quick was that this thing is fully enchantable, and I believe the only way to do it is with books. Actually, let's try. I don't know if you can do it in a regular enchanting table, but we will see. No, you can't. Okay. So you need an anvil, you need some books. Take the Quarry Plus. It has 4 enchantments you can put on it, which are Silk Touch, Fortune, Efficiency, and Unbreaking. Silk Touch and Fortune obviously do, you know what they do. But Efficiency, I believe, makes it run faster based on the power that it's given. And why can this not be... Alright, so I'm a fool. I did forget one thing here. You do need this enchant mover in order to move enchantments from something over onto a Quarry Plus, Pump Plus, whatever. But we finally have our Pump Plus. That is done. I took those books and threw them on a diamond pickaxe. So if you see over here, you just take that, put it in there, and we can toss Efficiency on there. That gives it Efficiency 1 and removes 1 level off here. We would like Efficiency 4 and Unbreaking 3. On this guy. So we have that. We now have our Enchanted Quarry Plus. We have our regular Pump Plus. Oh, and this Enchant Mover is really, really tedious. It took me a long time to get this guy set up. Just to gather the materials. You need an anvil, 4 redstone diamond chipsets, a assembly table, advanced crafting table, 4 lasers. So it's quite the investment, this Quarry Plus mod, but it totally pays off, and I will show you guys that right now. Well, not now, but, you know, as soon as we get into the quarry world. Alright, do I have my landmarks? I do. It does run bigger than a normal quarry. I can set this to go to 256 to 256 if I so desired. But I'm just going to keep it here just to finish out this one particular quarry hole, and let me just block off this water really quick. Man, there are wisps around here everywhere. It's actually kind of terrifying. I've had to fight one of those before. Alright. So, from what I understand about this mod, is that it functions exactly the same as a quarry. So we'll just break our quarry here. We'll toss our... Oh, we're going to need our landmarks as well, which is no problem at all, since this is already a predefined little quarry hole. Get that, and the last corner over here. At some point, come on. Alright. So once we get this set up, we should be able to place the Quarry Plus, just like a normal quarry. Alright, that's set up. Quarry Plus, just like that. Okay. And the Pump Plus is supposed to be able to just go right next to it. Yep, it is attached. I just want to collect these really quick because I would hate to have them despawn. It's also a smaller... That's really weird. It's a smaller frame. Huh, I wonder why that is. But let me turn trunk boundaries off. I'm just really excited to get this thing going. It's supposed to be an insanely overpowered thing, which is awesome. Huge excess of ores, super fast quarries, which is great, because excess is what Feed the Beast is about, as I've said before. So we're going to reconnect this to power and see how fast this guy goes. Maybe? It has its full amount of power. Oh, yep, it is breaking the frame of the old one. And is it built? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Now, I have particles turned down just for frame's sake, but if you have particles on, you can actually see the pieces like flying out of the top of this thing, and it like lays down all across here, which is pretty cool, actually. It's actually a pretty cool looking thing. So it is almost done here. At least as far as I can tell. It's getting there. It's getting there. And I just want to see it go. Come on. Alright, it breaks that. That's normal speed, and we'll see how fast it goes here. Is that... It looks like it's absorbing up all the water. Ah, that sort of sucks. Alright, so I'll be back in a sec here once all this water rolls down to the core. It can actually do stuff. Alright, the water's gone. All these squids are dying, which is hilarious. And oh my gosh, look at this thing go. This is insane. This is crazy how fast this goes. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, wow. I'm stunned. I want to put efficiency on it again and like see how much faster it goes, but this is just crazy. Wow. And like I said, it'll absorb any fluid, so it'll absorb any lava, it'll absorb any water, which is super awesome because I don't have to worry about that. And if there are if there's like a stream, let's say, that was in here, it was flowing in here, it'll actually put frames in this hole to block out the liquid from coming up, which is pretty cool. But that is the Quarry Plus. Let me just make sure that no items are getting spit out here, which it looks like we're all good. Alright. And let me just make sure the ME system is keeping up with this guy. And you get to see my wonderful Frankenstein basement in here again. Ew, it's disgusting. This is... Oh yeah, it is not. Okay. This is definitely going to be a little bit of a problem. So we'll have to upgrade that there. But, that, I believe, is that. I just want to see how this thing... It's crazy to watch this thing go. It's super cheaty. I mean, look at the speed at which that mines. That's crazy. That's just insane. Whoever made Quarry Plus, kudos to you, sir. You're an amazing gentleman. But that is about it for today's episode. If you are a fan of immensely cheaty mining power, leave a like on the video, and then favorite, share as you please. Don't forget to subscribe. That way you get to see all these videos as soon as they come out. And that is about it, everybody. So I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.